Well, everybody, we're going to get started. Thank you for joining us. I am Jennifer, and I am from RiverMead here in Peterborough, New Hampshire. Um, just a little housekeeping for us today. You should all be on mute, and we'd like you to submit your questions through the Zoom chat feature. And feel free to pop in a question whenever you're ready. When something strikes you and you'd like to ask your question, we're not that big of a group where we can't pause and answer questions. So thank you. Also looking for suggestions, how we can improve our presentation, or if there's any other topics you'd like to learn more about in the future. Topics related to RiverMead, topics related to senior living, healthy aging, any of those kinds of topics, we would love to hear from you and add to our virtual presentation series. So you're here today to learn about RiverMead. And I think the best way to start is to talk about our community and talk about our culture. We've been here operating in the Monadnock region for 30 years. We are what's known as a Type A LifeCare Contract. So RiverMead is a continuing care retirement community, which means that people go through the continuum of care. They have a Type A LifeCare Contract, which means they have an entrance fee and monthly service fees, and then access to assisted living, memory care, or respite care at a little to no extra charge. So you're basically buying assisted living for the future at a discounted rate through that contract. Also our contract guarantees we take care of you through life. So once you make a move to RiverMead, you can be guaranteed to stay here through the rest of your life. Even if your health needs change and you need additional care, we are here to provide it for you. We also financially qualify everyone who comes to RiverMead. And if you were to outlive your assets, no fault of your own, you didn't give your money away, you just lived longer than you expected to, we have an endowment fund that would take care of residents so they can remain with us here at RiverMead. We are not for profit. We offer full transparency in our financials. There's lots of different communities and different community styles. And if you've seen one community, you've seen one. But many of the ones in New Hampshire, like RiverMead, are also not for profit. We are governed by a volunteer board of trustees. They are local people. Sometimes they're second generation. Their parents lived at RiverMead. Maybe they're on our waiting list and they're going to come live here someday. They're attorneys, people with a healthcare background, stakeholders in our organization to make sure that RiverMead is successful today and into the future. We offer financial strength and stability. That's backed by our 30 years of experience here operating a continuing care community. We are a single site, so that means nobody owns RiverMead. We're here, we're one community. We have two campuses. So we have our original Mead campus and the Village campus. We offer 181 different independent living apartment, cottage, and villa styles. So there's a lot of floor plans to choose from and a lot of different ranges of pricing. We also have 102 assisted living and memory support apartments and studios. We offer 24 hours a day, 7 days a week care in the health center, but there is an emergency response for every resident that lives here. So 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And we are fully staffed. So fully staffed in our dining rooms, our dining venues, fully staffed in our health center with LNAs and RNs and MNAs. Somebody always here awake overnight, 24 hours a day. Our town, the town of Peterborough, is a lovely small town, about 6,000 residents, offers local fine dining and restaurants, Lots of different opportunities for culture. Things like the Peterborough Players, which is a local theater, a beloved local summer theater. Our McDowell Colony, which is an artist in residence program that draws people really from all over the world to come to that program in the summertime. Lots of great music, lots of great speaking engagements, really interesting and diverse things to do, as well as our recreation opportunities. We're nestled here in the Monadnock region, so we sit at the base of Mount Monadnock, essentially, and we have trails and ponds and streams, and so lots of different recreational opportunities here. And plus, it's just a beautiful area to live in. It's really attractive, wooded, lovely. We also are 10 minutes to our local hospital. That's the Monadnock Community Hospital. It's a short drive away. So this arrow shows where we are here in Peterborough, here in the state, kind of near the close to the border of Massachusetts. We are about 50 minutes to Manchester. Manchester has an airport, so it's very convenient to use and convenient to get to from our campus. We've also found that a lot of people are enjoying flying out of the Hartford airport. They offer good rates and it's easy to get in and out. It's about 2 hours away from here. I'll just use my pointer to show. Here we are in Peterborough, so Hartford is south of us. And we are also an hour and a half from Boston. So often we have people who came from the Boston area. And, you know, at first for them, they thought maybe it would be difficult because they like to go back to Boston, but they find it's very convenient and easy to get back and forth. We also offer transportation for purchase for these greater areas. We do offer local transportation for free, but we now offer transportation to Manchester, Boston, Lebanon, the Dartmouth Hitchcock Hospital up in Lebanon. And that's all for a charge, but you can hire our drivers to take you there. So here's an overview of our two campuses. We have our Mead campus here. See my little pointer? I'm going to go through this with my pointer. We have the Mead campus. Divided the other side of this Powers Bridge Road is the Village campus. So these are our two campuses. The Mead campus was our original campus that we bought or that we built 30 years ago. And you can see we're nestled by woods. And one of the things that really makes RiverMead stand out is how we're laid out over our 96 acres. We don't have like a big tower system of buildings. We're laid out nice so that many of our apartments feature lovely views. Some are wooded views, some are green space views, but lots of light coming in. Just a great setting. Same thing with our Village campus, lots of woods nearby. So we're sort of nestled in here. Lots of wildlife to observe as well. So we have our Mead Common area where the cursor is now. That's the main building that houses common spaces. Then we have 2 wings of apartments at the Mead, a first floor and a second floor. We have additional parking. This is covered carports. We have a raised garden bed area and a dog park near the river. So right here, this river coming through our property is the Kentucket River. We have a river deck, so you can go and observe the river. You can throw a fishing pole in if you'd like, but it's a really nice spot to commune with nature. We have cottages. We have 26 cottages here on our Mead campus. These cottages share a garage wall. Some have a basement, and they're all 2 bedrooms with a den and a 1-car garage. Our Mead campus also houses our fitness center and indoor pool. This is a 2-story building attached to the main building. On the other side here, you can see this purple building is our assisted living and health center and memory support. So that's also a 2-story building that we've recently added on to. So we added on some more spaces, some more offices, and renovated the building. So if you cross the street here, now you're going to come over to our village campus, and we have a common area for dining and houses other common spaces. We have apartments. We have, so you can see this is 30 apartments. There's 10 on each floor. Again, well laid out, so everybody has a nice view. There's a lot of sunlight. These apartments that face the back have this gorgeous wooded view. We also have our villas. These are 2 buildings. These are 3-story buildings with all corner units. So a villa is a corner unit apartment. So 4 on a floor. And they really take advantage of the extra light when you have the double exposure. They have tall ceilings, high-end finishes, just a really, really lovely space, resident space. And then we also have assisted living on the campus as well. We have cottages at the village. There are 14 cottages. These are large residences. These are over 2,000 square feet. They have a 2-car garage. All of them have a full basement, and many of them have a loft. So the loft was something that people could choose when we were under construction. I think all but 2 have a loft. So here's an overview of our Mead campus. Again, you can see how lovely we're situated here on the property, nestled into the woods with beautiful views around us. This is our front circle and our sort of famed cupola over our building. This is the village campus. This is the back view of those apartments I was saying that have a lovely wooded view. How pretty is that? The villa down here in this corner, you can see the garden beds. So those are raised garden beds that we have on each campus. If you like to grow vegetables, you can sign up for a raised garden bed in the spring. And there's a shed down there with some tools. There's mulch, there's water. The really nice thing about the garden beds is that if you go away in the summertime and you want one of your neighbors to check in on your tomatoes, they'll do that for you. But it's really all about the lifestyle. Coming to a community like RiverMead offers the promise and the guarantee of care for your future care, but it also offers another opportunity to be involved in a community, to make friends, to build community around you, to experience new things that maybe you hadn't had an opportunity to do before. Or you were maybe saddled by home maintenance and the burdens of taking care of your home and doing your chores. When you come to RiverMead, it's all about you. It's all about your lifestyle and living the way you'd like to live. And you can be as public or private as you'd like to be. We support that. But you can see this group of residents. They're just having a lot of fun. They're out on a trip, and it is all about our lifestyle here. So included in your monthly fee, you would receive 1 meal a day in the dining venue of your choice. They're on both campuses. And again, this sort of speaks to the lifestyle. You don't have to worry about shopping and cooking for dinner. You can take off and go on a trip and come back knowing dinner will be ready for you. 1 meal a day is included. It's lunch or dinner. You choose whichever one you want. You can come to whichever one you want. And you don't need to tell us ahead of time. Come whenever you'd like. We offer banquet and weighted service for special events. We have a really great diverse menu of gluten-free, vegan, vegetarian options. We also offer a to-go meal. If you'd like to have something, pick something up and bring it home, you can do that. This is the chef that's pictured here is an award-winning chef. He won, I can't remember the exact award, but he won an Iron Chef award. So that's a hibachi, and he's working the hibachi, and that's kind of fun when he comes out and cooks in front of you because he's fun to watch and it smells really good when it's cooking. So I can tell you all about the food, but I think you're going to enjoy listening to our residents talk about it as well.
My name is Leonard, and this is my wife, Meredith. We've been here almost 8 years.
I'm Peggy Cappy, and I've been living at RiverMead for about a year and a half. So part of the package at RiverMead is 1 meal a day. I know some people like to pick up their dinners and have them at home, but my husband and I always come to dinner. In fact, it's so fabulous coming to wonderfully prepared food and sitting down, being waited on. So it's been a surprise that it's been such an enjoyable experience having dinner here every night.
The service, the people behind the counter are very friendly and fun to talk to. So it's a very pleasant experience.
I think it's phenomenal that the level of caring of the staff is really so evident that each person is treated one-on-one as if they're the most special one there. But I just love the selection of food every night. It's just wonderful. And so when I come here with my husband for dinner, it's a social time too, which is really important as we get older, to really have those moments of every day with social interaction. So we dine with a different couple every night, or sometimes we sit at a community table and then it's a smorgasbord of who's going to be there, and that's always fun. This is a wonderful group of people, so I'm fascinated by the conversations that happen while we're just relaxing, having dinner.
Oh, my favorite of all the things they offer here at RiverMead is something in April called April in Paris, and people tend to get a little dressed up and the food is quite fancy, and I just have a wonderful time every April in Paris.
So, you know, there's a lot of good food here that they're doing a great job. They really are.
We wanted to come sooner than later. We're so glad we came now. We love this community more than we thought we would, and we really enjoy the freedom that we have now. It's amazing how simple life gets, where you don't have responsibilities for taking care of your property, and the option of wonderful, wonderful food prepared by chefs. Our needs are taken care of here in a way that I wouldn't have anticipated.
Wasn't that a fun video? We had a lot of fun putting those videos together because our residents do tell the story very well. They're a great testimony to RiverMead, and it's good to hear it straight from them. So we're going to move on to our fitness center. This is the 2-story building that is on our Mead campus. This is a new fitness center. We built this about 4 years ago. So it's all state-of-the-art, brand new, beautiful. It's 2 stories. The lower level houses the equipment, things like treadmills, rowing machines, elliptical bike, other Nautilus style equipment, free weights, things like that. And then the second floor is the fitness studio area. So where one might do yoga, meditation, strength training, group exercise. The floor also is a pickleball court. So it has the lines on it so people can play pickleball in there. And we do have some pickleballers here. There's also an indoor pool attached to the fitness center. So there's locker rooms with showers, and the pool is heated. It's a lap pool. And around all of this are instructors. So there are professionally trained instructors who run a variety of classes. They also do an intake, and so you can come to them and say, you know, what should I be doing to get stronger or work on my balance? And they'll put a program together for you. There's all kinds of classes that target all kinds of abilities. And then, of course, you can work out on your own. But fitness doesn't have to happen inside. You can take advantage of the trails outside on our campus. We have walking trails. We have even just the paved road that is our interior RiverMead Road. You could walk our RiverMead and Village campus, and I think it would be just about 1.2 miles to do the loop. So that could be a great workout as well. You'll often see, when you pull up to our campus, you'll often see people out walking. walking their dogs, or just going on a stroll on their own. Another video.
Hello, I'm Mary Beth. My husband and I have been here at RiverMead for 11 years in September. Best decision we ever made.
My name is C. Dunn, and I have been here for 2.5 years.
Strong Seniors is the longest running exercise program that's been done here at RiverMead. People who have been doing it do it every time. And it's, I'm sure, extended their abilities to be mobile and active.
I love the pool, and I try to do 3, 4, 5 times a week. So the classes give us strength and balance and cardio. We have a balance class on one day and then strength and cardio on another day that does different kinds of exercise with different parts of the body. I have my own routine that's been developed from classes that I've taken over time. So since I have been doing this, my strength has improved, my balance is much better.
Some of the other things that I have been involved in here at RiverMead are hiking. I'm doing a lot of walking and hiking, and also kayaking. We have a small but dedicated group of kayakers.
Once you make the decision and get here, you wish you had done it sooner because there's so many activities and there's so many things. It's really wonderful to have all of the excursions that we have to all parts of the state.
I think if you're thinking about coming to a community like RiverMead, which we had been thinking about for many years before we came, do it sooner rather than later. Come when you still can get involved with different groups, be it bridge or exercise or swimming or whatever. Do it when you can still be involved with those activities and meet like-minded people. I think a lot of people wait too long.
We love playing pickleball here at RiverMead. Come join us.
I think that's another important piece of our culture. I think our residents say it right there. You can tell that they're invested in our community and they are enjoying themselves and they're taking good care of themselves. And I think that is our culture here. We're looking out for each other and having a little fun while we do it. This is a great picture of some of our trips. So we have a programming person who puts together all kinds of activities here on our campus. She and her team meet with a committee of residents, the programming committee, who bring together ideas of excursions, things they'd like to see on our monthly calendar, be it classes. We have a relationship with the Keene State College Adult Education Program, so they'll come and do classes here. We certainly have had the Harris Center, which is a local center for conservation and nature, and they come and do all kinds of programs here. Excursions really range. We'll go all over the state. We'll go to Maine, we'll go to Vermont and Boston, and even beyond. We have a trip coming up to Charleston, South Carolina. We're going to take a couple days. A group of residents is going to go. They're going to fly down and have a wonderful trip that's been planned for them. Every detail of the trip is planned, including the reservations for dinner. So it's a really great experience and a lot of fun to do it as a group. Other things that we have going on here would be our theme nights. For dinner, we do a Lobster Fest and Oktoberfest. We do a Mardi Gras party. April in Paris, as was mentioned earlier, has been a long-standing tradition here and a wonderful evening. So whether it be intellectual pursuits, recreation pursuits, culinary pursuits, there's a lot of things to do here at RiverMead. And the program committee is open to suggestions. So the calendar is never the same. It's sort of an evolving thing. As residents join our community, they bring new ideas to the table. Recently, we had a resident join who is into genealogy. And so he's getting a group together and they're all doing that as a activity together. I think it's just really interesting and I'd love to see where it goes. You know, every year is going to be a little bit different as people join us. This was a recent trip. They called it a girls' trip because it was just the women. And they went up to Franconia and did a ski trip. So they did cross-country skiing and snowshoeing, stayed at a lovely country inn, sat by the fireplace and had hot chocolate. And they came back refreshed and said, oh, we're going to do this again. So I think they had a really good time. And somebody brought along her daughter. Isn't that sweet? I thought that was just a really nice thing for them to do. So looks like fun. Our outdoors, again, that's another important piece of our community and our culture is, you know, the outdoors here where a lot of people are interested in conservation and nature and green space. Monadnock region's known for that, so our residents come here expecting that. We have our 96 acres. We have walking trails, that river deck. We also have a croquet court that's pretty popular. There's a croquet culture here in the summertime. They enjoy playing. Here's the trail map. So this shows the whole layout of the campus. And you see the different trails that have been built here over time. These have been built by our residents. So Salty's dog route was done when we first opened. There was a dog here named Salty. So they named that trail after him. But you can see that it goes all around our campus. And then we abut the town of Sharon forest, which is over 600 acres. So again, more trail opportunities in there, wildlife opportunities, but you really do feel like you're nestled here in the woods. These are some pictures just showing the green spaces or white spaces, if you will. That was one of our residents who was out snowshoeing right after the last big snowstorm. He was going to go out and pack trail for everybody else. Believe it or not, he had his snowshoes on. He was getting ready to do that so others could follow behind him. So we ran out and grabbed a picture of him real quick. This is, these residents up here top, Rod and Joyce have built a butterfly garden on they live in a cottage, so they do have space to garden outside their cottage. If you are on a first floor, ground floor apartment, you do have space in front to garden, a little garden spot. And they built that butterfly garden to attract butterflies and pollinators. And of course, you can see the raised garden beds in full swing down there. Also wanted to mention we are pet friendly. So you can bring your beloved dog and cat. I know they're one of your family and they'll be one of our family too. We just do have some pet restrictions. The third floor at the village is pet free. So if you are allergic to pets, and you can choose that as an option. But we have a lot of great pets here. We even have a bird too. Stanley, our bird. Additional community spaces. So these are other common areas throughout. This is a resident in the library. We do have 2 libraries on either campus. That's run by a committee, and they do a wonderful job of keeping it organized. And they do take books, so people can donate books. They sell them. They use the proceeds to buy new books. And they also have a lending library that they'll bring over to the health center to assisted living residents. Billiards, we have 2 billiards rooms on both campuses. Believe it or not, that's a pretty beloved activity. People do enjoy that after dinner, go play billiards. There's a March Madness type tournament that happens coming up soon. So people really do enjoy that. And I've often heard them say, it doesn't matter if you don't know how to play, we'll teach you. Another sort of pickup game of cards. That's another part of our culture is people do enjoy gathering before or after dinner in the courtyard, whether it be having a cup of coffee or a glass of wine, but people do find each other just to casually socialize. So this is often when you walk into our courtyard, you'll see the fireplace on, you'll see people playing cards or reading, having a cup of coffee, doing a puzzle. And then, of course, maybe, larger gatherings in our courtyard for parties and events and before dinner activities. We do a BYOB party every Friday night, and we provide the hors d'oeuvres and entertainment, and people will just come and join before dinner. A lot of fun. There's bridge here, there's mahjong, and again, it's kind of like the thing about bringing something new. Residents bring new games as well, things that are beloved to them and they want to show other residents how to play. That's the fireplace. Behind that fireplace is the hearth room. That is open daily for coffee, tea, and pastries in the morning. So a nice gathering spot. And in the evening, it becomes the BYOB area. This is our auditorium here on our Mead campus. This is 150 seats. This is where we do a lot of our classes, our town meeting, so our monthly town meeting, where most of our residents do attend. We certainly record it and put it out for people who can't make it in person. This particular class going on is a current issues class. So there's a current issues committee that puts together a series of classes. I can't quite recall the topic, but I think it had something to do with architecture. But I mean, these are really meaty, good, interesting, sophisticated classes. We do music. We have a performing arts committee that puts together great music concert series on Sundays. And our waiting list members are invited to come and join those concerts on Sundays at 2 o'clock, I believe. Really great musicians. And then we do other things in our auditorium like movies and presentations and Christmas carolers. We've had the kids that do the Shakespeare classes come and do that as well. This is the movie theater over on the Village campus. So a little bit smaller and more intimate, but probably better for acoustics. So this is sort of where you get that movie theater experience. We do 2 movies at the Village and 2 movies at the Mead a week. And it ranges from new releases to other titles that people have asked for. So we just keep a list and keep sort of a rolling list of things people would like to see. And then sometimes there's like bigger, more important movies that draw a bigger crowd. We can put those in the auditorium or play them multiple times. Also, when it's like Kentucky Derby, we'll put that on, or maybe Super Bowl playoffs, things like that. We can turn the movie theater on and people can just pop in and watch. This is our greenhouse. This is fully stocked. That's a recent picture that Jeremy took. It's fully stocked with plants, and this is also run by a committee, and they do a great job. That they take turns working in there. It's really, if you're somebody that likes to get your hands dirty and just go in there and smell that in the dead of winter, it's so nice. And just a lovely spot to be. And if you're a plant lover, well, then they're gonna recruit you onto their committee. This is our woodworking shop. So we have woodworkers here, and most of this equipment has been donated over the years. This is great for the person who may be concerned about leaving behind a shop at home. I know a lot of gentlemen have that. My father-in-law has that. So it's sometimes that's a really hard thing to give up. It's part of your identity and what you really enjoy doing and you're passionate about. So we have a great woodworking shop and a committee that runs that. And they also enjoy helping residents fix furniture. So if you have a broken chair, you can let them know and they're happy to help you fix that, in addition to working on some of their own projects. Years ago, there was a group that built a skiff, and they had that boat in there, and they were all taking turns sanding it, and it was beautiful. And then we auctioned it off at the end, and a resident won it. So that was a fun project. This is the patio at the village. So this is overlooking that wooded area I was talking about. And, you know, this is a music event happening out there, but all kinds of dining and events and music. It's a great place to have fun. So included in your monthly fee are services. So we're gonna run through what the services are that are included in your monthly service fee. So included in your package is bi-weekly housekeeping. So that every other week they come to you and do housekeeping. There's also a weekly bed linen service. So that's your bed linens with your name in it. And we will come and launder the linens and make the bed for you afterwards. And from what I've heard from our EBS department, no one person wants their bed made the same. So they keep a little book of how people would like their bed made. Of course, we're going to take care of the exterior maintenance. It's our building, but also our interior maintenance. So that's one of the things you're giving up from living on your own at home. It's giving up having to deal with maintenance. We're going to take care of all of that for you. All your utilities are included except for a telephone. So a lot of people are now bringing their cell phone. That seems to be working out pretty well. But you'll have your own telephone. And included is cable, TV, and internet. We have a bulk account with Comcast. So it's a Comcast product here. And lots of channels. And the nice thing is if you get the basic service, you don't have to deal with a bill from Comcast. We all know how we like those. Common area Wi-Fi as well is included. So more services would be our shuttle transportation that's on our campus that goes back and forth from the Mead to the village. That runs 8 a.m. to about 9 p.m. daily. And that's for our residents that want to partake in different things on different campuses. So it's as easy as you go to the front desk and ask for the shuttle. They'll bring you over. So for example, the Mead campus doesn't have the swimming pool. So the village campus. So someone might want to take the shuttle over here to use the pool. Or maybe you have friends over at the village and they're having dinner in the pub and you'd like to join them over there so you can get a ride over. We also offer local transportation, medical transportation to Monadnock Community Hospital and some other local providers, and shopping as well. So it's a sign-up situation. You sign up for different shopping trips. It's a loop, a downtown loop, where they're going to go to the post office and the bank and the liquor store and the grocery store and the pet store. And we do that a couple times a week. And we also extend that shopping from time to time. I know over the holidays, we did some outlet shopping. We also went over to Keene, which is about 25 miles from here, to do like Target and Kohl's and that kind of shopping. Again, you're going to have 24 hours, 7 days a week security here. Someone always is here to respond in an emergency. We have an emergency response system, which is a pendant. Each resident is given a pendant, and it has a GPS locator in it. So if you are anywhere on our campus and you press that pendant, someone will respond to you, your location. So I always encourage people to wear their pendant. And it may not be even you in the emergency, but you could see something going down and press it and people will know where to go. So that's, I think, a really important feature. It's also a morning check-in feature. So there is a button on your wall that you check between 6 and 10 a.m. to check in. And if you don't press that button, we will call you. And if you don't answer the phone, we will come check on you. So it's a good check in and check up on our residents just to make sure everyone has started their day and doing well. We also offer snow removal. So that is great because even if you're not in the covered parking, say you're out in the lot, you've opted out of purchasing covered parking here at the Mead. We do have carports and they are an additional charge. You don't have to purchase one unless you want one, because we will clean your car. So if we have a big snowstorm, we keep a copy of your key, we clean off the car, we move the car, we clean the lot, voila, it's all done by the next morning for you. The Village campus has underground parking. So that is a difference between the Village and the Mead campus. There's underground parking there for one car per apartment. Again, 1 meal a day in the dining venue of your choice, and all kinds of programming and events that are included. Sometimes there is an extra charge to get into maybe a museum or something like that, but there is a lot of it that is included. So our homes, we're going to talk about our residences. These are our residences that range in square footage and range in price. So we start off, our smallest apartment is 630 square feet, but it's lovely. This is a picture of one. So this has got a beautiful high-end kitchen with wonderful cabinetry, stainless steel appliances. We do a LVP vinyl plank flooring throughout. So it's really a nice product, easy to keep clean. Our apartments offer a screened porch. Some of them are glassed in. So some people here on our Mead campus had their porch glassed in, and over at the Village, they all come glassed in. So there's a screen behind it, and you can open that up in the summertime. Of course, the views that we offer, the parking, and all of our apartments and cottages and villas have a washer dryer. The villas actually have a nice little laundry room. If you're looking at our floor plans, and I do suggest that you go through and do that from our website, we have virtual floor plans. So that's a lot of fun. It has furniture templates, and you can sort of move furniture around. And it really helps you get one more step to moving here.
I'm Marcia Ober, and I've lived at RiverMead for 3 years. And Buster Ober has lived here for 2. Since I've moved to RiverMead, I don't wake up thinking, has the water heater failed? I need to get the trim on the house painted. I don't think to myself, oh, I need to shovel again. It just has given me a freedom from that kind of care. The housekeepers who come to clean for me are a dream team. Another really good thing about RiverMead is there are lots of choices for living. I love this apartment. It's about 1,330 square feet, which is large. What I really like about my apartment is the floor-to-ceiling windows and the fact that it's on a corner. And Buster loves the walking trails. It's a big campus and we're all over it, and it's been great. Buster and I love taking walks here because we always meet people and we have a really good exchange. It's easy to live here with a dog, especially a dog that loves people. Peterborough really has a culture and an identity and things that draw people in. If you like the looks of my apartment, you should contact Jeremy or Jennifer.
So Marcia was describing her villa. That is a Gilmore-style villa on the Village campus. So again, I'd love for you to go onto our website and check out our virtual floor plans. This picture here is our Hawthorne-style apartment. So this is our 1-bedroom apartment. We are offering a move-in incentive for this apartment. So if it's ready to go, like you could move in as soon as March 1st. But if you are interested and you're thinking about coming to RiverMead, you ought to come and check out one of these apartments. They're very affordable. It's on the more affordable range of our floor plans, but it's a lovely apartment on the ground floor with a sunny location, close to the community center. And one of the things we did when we redid this floor plan, we maximized the storage space. So we really made sure that there was enough storage, and we also believe it or not, shrunk the kitchen down a little bit so there was more living room space. So if you walked into this apartment, you would feel like this living room is quite spacious. This apartment also has a glassed-in porch. So some are glass, some are screened. This one happens to be glass, so bonus room. We also have available a 2-bedroom apartment. This is 2 bedrooms with 2 full bathrooms, 950 square feet on the ground floor, sunny and open location. This is a beautiful apartment, just recently renovated. We've staged it with furniture, so if you do want to come in person and see it, you'll see it with furniture. This is a kernel style, so if you're looking at floor plans, this is a kernel style. So the other really important piece about our community is your LifeCare contract and our health center. Our health center is a special place. It's a place that we are very proud of. I always get compliments from family members that say, my loved one had the best care at RiverMead. And that's true. We do have a caring culture here. So this is a nurse pictured here. We have LNAs and RNs. We offer short-term and long-term care. So a short-term stay would be a respite stay if you are unwell. Maybe you had surgery and you're getting discharged from the hospital and you want to come back and stay in our respite care for a couple weeks till you get better. That's all included. Long-term care would be more like a permanent move to assisted living or memory care. All of that is included in your contract except for your extra meals and your laundry. So it's $28 a day to cover the 2 extra meals and the personal laundry that we'll do for you. But the care is included, the apartment is included, and it's a really lovely, special, wonderful place. So we have our assisted living, we have specialized memory support. Our memory support neighborhood is a secure wing, and all the staff that works in that area are specially trained to work with people with memory loss. In fact, we all are trained to work with folks with memory loss. That's sort of one of the state requirements is that we all do continue education on Alzheimer's and dementia and how to treat that and how to work with people that have that. Rehab services, we have an outside organization, Health Pro. They are a rehab agency that are here on our campus. If you have a doctor's order, you can work with them. They will bill your insurance. So that is an outside group billing your insurance for rehab services. We also have an on-site nurse practitioner from the Monadnock Community Hospital. She has office hours here once a week, and she can meet with people who maybe can't get out to see their primary care physician for whatever reason. She's here, and our residents do love her. And she will also bill your insurance, just like at the hospital, how they would do that there. She'll bill your insurance. Home health. Look at these lovely ladies, really friendly nurses. Our home health team is also very special. These folks work primarily in our independent living, and what they do is help people manage their independence longer. So there is a fee for their services, but they really might bridge the gap from someone who might need to go to assisted living, but they're not quite ready yet, or they don't need all ADLs. Maybe they just need a little help in the morning or help in the evening. Maybe they just need medication management. And other than that, they're living fine independently. So you can hire these nurses to come to you. They also do great things like pet care if you need assistance with pet care. If you need extra assistance, maybe just staying organized and clean and cleaning out your kitchen, they'll come and do that for you for a charge. And they're kind of like our first line of defense too. They know what's going on with our residents, and they can really step in and help when they see a situation that needs to be addressed. They also host wellness hours, dermatology clinics here on site, and foot clinics here on site. Those are also for a charge. Tembo Health, this is exciting. We've recently partnered with a telemedicine group. Their name is Tembo Health. They offer 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, access to board certified physicians. So this is kind of like an emergency call. Something's going on. You want to see a doctor. They want to see you. So it's a FaceTime type call typically, if you have that kind of smartphone. But they are going to, there's a ULR code and you can click on that and then you'll go into a waiting room and then you'll be speaking with a physician who can also prescribe. So that physician could prescribe to you to our local pharmacies and then that could be delivered. So it could be a situation where you wouldn't even need to leave RiverMead. And we know during COVID, that was one of the things that came up when people wanted a prescription for Paxlovid or other things like that. They didn't want to go wait in a waiting room because we're really trying to avoid that. Sometimes it's necessary to go to the ER, truly, and they will advise on that. If you are a resident that can't use that service on your own, you're still going to press your pendant. We're still going to come to you and help you. And we can help you make that call if it's appropriate. Pricing. So now we're going to go through the pricing. And we are happy to email these rate schedules to you, just after the program. If you want to send an email to myself or Jeremy, we will get these out to you. I really want to go over this slowly and I want to make sure all of you understand it. And this might be the part of the program where you want to pop in and ask a question. I'm happy to answer it. So our entrance fees range. Again, we are the Type A LifeCare, and we have different entrance fee contracts. One would be our traditional plan, and a starting range would be $230,000. A traditional plan contract spends down over a 4-year period. So after 4 years, there's no money to be refunded. Then there is a 50% entrance fee contract. So that's a little more money, but you're going to receive half of that back. So when all is done and said, your estate will get 50% back of that contract if you choose the 50. Then we have a 90% contract. Again, a little more expensive, but 90% of that will go back to your estate. There's also a second person fee. So if you're coming to RiverMead as a couple, you're going to add on that $56,000 onto your entrance fee. These prices are for the Emerson floor plan apartment. So this is our lowest range, and it will go up depending on the size and style. But we can provide that for you. We just didn't want to have too many numbers for everyone to have to look at while we're explaining how all this works. Monthly fees. So our monthly fees are going to range. And again, included is assisted living and memory support and nursing care, except for the extra $28 a day. But your monthly fee is going to start at $4,728. Two people would start at $6,856. So just for sort of argument's sake, to see how this savings works for you, if you were to go out and purchase assisted living at a market rate, you're starting at about $8,000, $9,000, $10,000 a month. So by coming into a continuing care retirement community, you're saving your future self money. And now you know what to expect. You can financially plan for your future. Our rates do increase annually, but you can sort of say it would hover around probably about 4 or 5% at the most. So hopefully we can get that down. But we'll financially qualify you up front so you know what to expect going forward. And That's peace of mind for you, and that is peace of mind for your family. Does anyone have any questions on this? Oh, you're all doing great. Thank you. Tax advantage. So because we are a nonprofit type A, the IRS will look at your entrance fee and monthly service fee as a prepaid medical expense. So you can take a tax deduction. So the year you move in, you'll get a nice tax deduction off your entrance fee or from your entrance fee, and the years going forward from your monthly fees. That percentage changes year to year. That's something our auditors figure out for us because they're going to look at all the money that's coming in and how much of it is going to run the health center. But it hovers around 50%. Now, if you are choosing a 90% contract, you can only take your tax deduction off that 10% you're sort of leaving behind because you're going to get 90 back. This is one of those things you might want to talk to your tax accountant or your financial planner if you're getting ready to come to RiverMead, and they can really better spell out the benefits as they relate to you and your taxes. So our wait list process. Now, of course, we have availability now, and we and our residents, you heard them say, don't wait, come sooner rather than later. But I do know that some people aren't quite ready to come. Maybe their plan is to sort of reverse engineer this and get onto a waiting list and then set a date for the future and then kind of start figuring out their downsizing and their process. So our wait list is an opportunity for that, to get your plan going, your plan in place. You're going to come to RiverMead, and you can get onto our waiting list for an application fee of $500. We will financially qualify you. We won't do our medical assessment until you're actually accepted an apartment and you're ready to move in. At that point, you will release some medical information from your physician to us and meet with our nurse, one of our home health nurses. And they're assessing your ability to live independently. So they do the mini mental test and they have a conversation with you. And they also want to sort of get to know you, get to know who you are. It's always good to do that before you're sort of maybe not feeling well, you know, kind of see you in a good place. And then they become, you know, trusted partners for you over time. So you'll put so it's a refundable $2,000 deposit. We'll put your name on a list in chronological order, and you can sign up for 4 different choices. A lot of people might start at one choice, and as time goes on, decide they want a different choice. That's okay. We can make those adjustments to our waiting list. And there are certain benefits of joining our waiting list. One being you will have access to our on-site outpatient rehab services. So again, if you have a doctor's order, you can come here to have rehab. We do special events and trips with our waiting list in mind because we're trying to build community. We know that it's better for you to engage with our community often. It allows you to increase your trust factor in us and get to know us and get to make friends. And hopefully it gets you excited to come to RiverMead and join us. We do a birthday invitation for you to come for a meal on your birthday. You come have lunch or dinner. If you'd like to sit with other residents, we're happy to arrange that for you. Or maybe you're going to bring a guest or a friend. We also offer an option to join our fitness center. So this is a limited membership. You don't get everything. You don't get to use the pool because that is heavily used by our residents. But you can use the fitness center, and another great opportunity for you to stay well and healthy and to engage with our community. And kind of, you know, I've had a few people sign up for the fitness center and move in a little bit sooner because they were really enjoying the program and they wanted to do more. And they were meeting new friends and, you know, they were like, you know what? Okay, RiverMead is the place to be. I love this picture here. These ladies are having such a great time. This is at this is at the Peterborough Players, the local summer theater, where every summer we sponsor one of the plays, usually the first play of the season. And we get to have the whole place to ourselves. It's dress rehearsal night, and we have it catered, and we have a bar, and we just have a lot of fun. And it's just a really great tradition that we have, and part of our culture is going to the Peterborough Players. So we have some upcoming events that you've been invited to that sort of piggyback on our overview. Downsizing with a purpose. We don't want you not to come to RiverMead because you're struggling with downsizing. We have somebody on our waiting list who religiously comes to these seminars and says, hey, guess what? I need another shot in my arm of this. Tell me, get me inspired, help me, because it is a process. It's a lot of work. And it's great to hear from your peers. Our residents speak at these. They tell their stories, how they did it. We also will have a professional speaking. Of course, what they tell me is we can come in and just wave a magic wand and make it all happen. So, maybe that's your option, or maybe you just need some references or referrals, resources. So we do have a list of local providers where you can get rid of things, but don't let your stuff stop you from coming. Don't get stuck with your stuff. If you're struggling with that, please reach out to Jeremy or myself because we are happy to help you. And lastly is our Solo Agers campaign. This is different. This is a little bit different for us. This is a new one. This is where we're going to be talking about if you are a solo ager, you're doing this on your own, and how do you come up with a good plan for yourself? How do you come up with a plan for your future? A roadmap, if you will. And our community counselor will be speaking at this event about the benefits of community, the health and wellness benefits of community, how community can help foster us and make us smarter and stronger and live longer. And we'll also have residents that are doing that here speaking as well. So they'll share their stories, which I think is really helpful for our audience. So any questions for me today? I don't see any popping in. Don't be shy if you want to ask something. As you know, we have recorded this presentation. You can watch it again, but nothing is better than coming and visiting us on campus. We love to host you. So if you're interested, you want to come and have a tour, give us a call. We're happy to have you here. Maybe you'd like to join a resident for lunch. Let us know. We can arrange for that. We just want you to fully understand how wonderful our community is and how it could benefit you. So, wow, that was an hour. Okay, good. Thank you all. Thank you so much. I am going to sign off. You all have a great day. Thanks for being a great audience. Take good care.